here, girl. I know you think it's a game, but it is absolutely not, okay? This is the energy supplement from Just Move Supplements. That's right. It's damn near all gone, girl. And that's because I had to get that energy up so I can complete the workout, so I can give y'all this body, this transformation, get into it, okay? And I'm done working out now, so that's why we're moving on to the protein shake. Oh, yes, it's already in there, girl. It's already... Listen here, girl. I know you think it's a game, but it is absolutely not, okay? This is the energy supplement from Just Move Supplements. That's right. It's damn near all gone, girl. And that's because I had to get that energy up so I can complete the workout, so I can give y'all this body, this transformation, get into it, okay? And I'm done working out now, so that's why we're moving on to the protein shake. Oh, yes, it's already in there, girl. It's already made right here. This is the mixture of the banana pudding, the chocolate cake, and the buttercream cupcake. And you really want to be fancy, you can go ahead and add that blueberry muffin if that's what you want to do, girl. But for me, it's these three right here, okay? You put that with some almond milk, you mix it all up in honey, okay? Your muscles have gained life, new energy, agility. Get into it, okay? Just Move Supplements. Thank you very much. Hold up, Chief. Okay, don't forget about that TLC NutriBurst to get that multivitamin probably, because we all need a little extra. And child, if you want that sea moss that go down smooth, don't come up rough, okay? Get into the TLC Nautica sea moss. Yes, get that from me. And child, if your stomach hurt and you need to move some things around so you can be free, okay, go ahead and get that ISOT down below in the description box. Get it all from me. Come on in, come on in, come on in, not come on in, not come. Sorry, y'all know I'm weird, whatever.
Hey everybody, what's up? It's your girl BondyBlue. So let's go ahead. Hey everybody, what's up? It's your girl BondyBlue. Okay, follow me on Instagram and let's get into the video, right?
Hey everybody, what's going on? It's your girl BondyBlue. Happy Saturday. I'm back. I'm back because I'm black, and I'm black because I'm back. Y'all, I'm so excited to tell y'all that not only did my house make it through Hurricane Francine, and my refrigerator made it as well. I'm not playing. I'm very grateful. Also, we sold out for the Bali trip with Reset by Design Wellness. We sold out, girl. We did. But please still go to resetbydesignwellness.com to sign up for the mailing list, because there will be a second Bali trip. Okay? Also, there will be a men's trip coming up soon. So if you want to send your husband and or brother, boyfriend, significant other, send them out the country somewhere away from you for a little while, then you can go ahead and sign up for them as well. Okay? All right, girl. Listen, all the time, God is good. Hallelujah. So, the topics for today. Make sure y'all like the videos y'all come in here, right? Megan Thee Stallion and the VMAs. Okay, Tyla. We're going to have a little conversation. Jennifer Williams got married. I believe her husband has to return to the States today so he can go to jail. Porsha and Simon, new developments in that story. What is going on with T.I. and Tiny's word son, King Harris? Brad and Judy make a statement about their marriage. I'm going to just say right now, them lesbians just had a baby. Y'all bitches can't break up. Shannon Sharpe. We'll have to talk about Unc and what happened on his Instagram Live this week. Dawn came out against Diddy. And then Kalina came out and let us know what side of the fence she's on. It's a lot of y'all that want to be on the wrong side of history with these things. And we're going to talk about you so it can be forever documented. Princess Love and Ray J. And y'all know I can't wait to get into the ignorance that is Ray J. And how y'all still believe anything that comes out of Ray J's mouth. You can't believe Ray J. Ray J was hiding behind a chair. Like you can't trust Ray J. You can't believe nothing Ray J putting out there on the streets to you. You crazy. We gotta talk about that. And we're gonna talk about Lil Wayne, girl. We're gonna talk about Lil Wayne, and I want everybody to send a prayer over me. Because New Orleans people, I love y'all for real. But y'all are not gonna like my opinion about y'all fave. Y'all are not. Y'all are not. I would just prefer for y'all to leave right now than be up here trying to walk up on me over a nigga that would not spit on you if your ass is on fire. Okay. So with that being said, I hope everyone's having a great morning. And we're going to get into this so that I can get into my Saturday cleaning, okay? All right, y'all. Make sure y'all like the video as y'all come into the room. If you're not subscribed, you need to be. All right? You need to be. Get into it. Figure it out. Okay, girl? All right. So, first of all, I want to start here because everything happened in the past few days and I could not get on to the internet. Y'all know I was without power for a whole 24 hours, okay? But everything happened in one day, girl. But this is one of the saddest things that happened. But if you are from New Orleans, you kind of knew that this was coming, okay? Actually, for the past few months, there have been a lot of farewell Frankie Beverly Mays performances in New Orleans specifically. Shout out to Tonya Boyd Cannon, okay, one of my local girlies, all right? She actually sang with him not too long ago. Like, so it was a lot of stuff going on in the city that let us know that Frankie Beverly was not healthy. I believe at some point Frankie Beverly recovered from throat cancer at some point. I could be wrong about that, the type of cancer, but I do believe he had some type of cancer for a little while. And then he came back and we were seeing him because y'all know New Orleans people don't even know that Frankie Beverly is from Philadelphia. Like a lot of us don't even know that because he's always in New Orleans. He performs at Essence Fest every year on Sundays, White Linen Sundays at Essence and at the Jazz Fest. Everybody loves to come see him on the last Sunday for Jazz Fest. Like it's been a thing for years to the point that when I was growing up, you just thought Frankie Beverly was from New Orleans. Okay, little did we know it was throat. Okay, that's what I thought. Little did we know. Okay, until we got older that man was really from Philadelphia. Okay, but he loved it down here and we loved it at him. Okay, so God rest his soul, rest in power to the great one, Frankie Beverly from Frankie Beverly and Mays. And it's a part of the culture down here. So like there are so many of my favorite songs, child. Like We Are One is one of them. Okay, I love Happy Feelings. I love Feel That Feeling That You're Feeling. I love While I'm Alone. Oh my God. I guess the weekend's over now. Listen, don't make me get into it, okay? Had of all the dynamite right from the first day, tell me that you'll call me just as soon as you get home to pacify my heart while I'm alone. I don't like being alone. Do 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 do. Yeah. Listen, don't think the times you left before with me burning up inside. Something I can't listen. I will get into it, girl. All right. We're not going to do it. We're not going to do it because we know all of it. We love all of the Frankie Beverly. Like he gets played on a regular basis, like just in general for New Orleans people. That's why I'm gonna tell y'all something. The last time we went out of town, and this is why like I love my Latino people. Like I love y'all, but I can't stand going in areas where y'all are the predominant people because that is the only type of music that is played. And I am used to hearing a Frankie Beverly and Mays somewhere in America. In African America, okay? Listen, in Black America, girl, you're going to hear Frankie Beverly and Mays or Tevin Campbell, okay? That's who you're going to hear. And whenever we go places and they don't play nothing but Spanish or Afro beats, I get aggravated. Where is the old school? Like, where's the R&B, bitch? Where's the R&B? Like, And then I realized this is why I have to come back home, because I need to be able to hear Frankie, Beverly, and Maze somewhere. And I'm talking about when you go to restaurants, when you go to like people, you know what I mean? I'm sorry. But when I go to Florida and go to Fort Lauderdale, child, I cannot count on the music to be hitting on anything. I just can't. I just can't. It's not my wave. It's cool. It's not for me. That's fine. Okay. But damn. Okay. You gotta love Africa America, y'all. You gotta love Black America. And that's our version of easy listening. No, that is. I don't even feel. I don't like it. Like, we went out of town for my birthday. We had an amazing time. But I remember sitting at the pool like, damn, they gonna keep playing the same 10 songs over and over again, and we ain't gonna never hear no R&B. Damn. Well, gotta love him, y'all. Gotta love him. All right. Moving on, y'all. So y'all can say what y'all want to say about the girl, but Megan Thee Stallion showed up and showed out at the 2024 VMAs, okay? She was giving y'all the looks. Look at y'all hating in the comments. Look at y'all hating in the comments. The Nicki Bob is so funny. Like, yo, do y'all think Nicki Minaj is the first person to ever wear a bob? Are y'all okay? Y'all don't even know that Nicki stole that look from Remy. Like, you don't even know that she took that look from Remy. Yeah. Go further enough back. Go further enough back when them two used to hang around each other. All of a sudden, you got a two-tone bob. You ain't had no two-tone bob before Remy was doing that two-tone bob. And then Remy went to jail. Now you outside with the two-tone bob. Y'all gonna stop. I'm tired of y'all. Like, to me, in the comments, and this may not be a lot of y'all Nicki fans, but to be a barb is to be a hater as far as I'm concerned. You are synonymous with hate. This ain't got nothing to do with her. And y'all in the comments crashing out. But you know what? It's cool. You could feel however you want to feel, because the people said that Megan's performance as a host and all of that, they had better ratings. They had higher ratings with Megan than they did with Nicki. They did. That's what they said. And I'm sure people are gonna make up a whole bunch of reasons. Like, and now we see that Tina Snow, Megan Thee Stallion, the hot girl coach, the hottie with a body. Okay. It's coming out with a new album, y'all. Okay. And it's given from shedding my skin as a snake to revealing the butterfly from the caterpillar. And everybody's in the comments, girl, a butterfly it does not come from a snake. I'm like, yeah, y'all, but it's a lot of symbolism in snakes, and caterpillars. Like, it's about like renew, regenerate, come back, you know what I'm saying? Pop out and show niggas, basically. Come back. Okay. And come back better than ever. That's what it's supposed to give. Okay. I don't give a how it correlates. She looks amazing. She looks amazing. And I'm happy for her, because I feel like people want so badly for Megan to lose. And I don't understand, like, why. I don't, girl. And I'm not trying to, because I don't care, because people are haters. All I know is I like Meg. She's a great artist. I think she's a great rapper. I think she's very beautiful. I love that she's smart, graduated from college. You know what I'm saying? Yes, rebirth, transformation. Okay. Not metamorphosis. Okay. All of the words. We got it. All of the words. Either way, the VMAs were very interesting. Katy Perry performed like a medley. Megan had a really great medley. Okay. There was some homages to Britney Spears. There's that one white girl who cursed somebody out on the red carpet, and people were like, girl, she wouldn't be able to get away with that if she was black. Like, I don't care. Girl. Okay. And then we had Tyla. Okay. Listen, first of all, I watched this part. I was actually watching it live, and I did not like her energy at all. Like, and I don't think that she really wanted Haley to hold her I don't think she wanted Haley to hold her award. I think she might have wanted the man, the beautiful Lil Nas X. Y'all, I love when I see Lil Nas X. He's just always so beautiful to me. Shout out to him. But anyway, this is my thing. When Tyla got this award, her assistant or whoever walked up there with her dress. She was holding her dress, and Tyla has this very walk. Okay. And she smiles and she stops the girl before the girl can come on stage with her. And I feel like if you had let her come on stage instead of trying to have this don't come on stage because this is my moment, like that's what it was given. The way she put her hand up to stop the girl from following up behind her, it felt like you wanted to have that walk up by yourself. You didn't want anybody to be up there with you, but then you realized you couldn't hold that award and talk at the same time, which is why you should have let your assistant walk up there with you and handed it to her instead of looking at Haley and Lil Nas X like they to help. Yeah. That's how I feel about it. Okay. That's how I feel about it. That's what I saw. That's what I saw when she first walked up there, girl. I was watching it at that moment. Okay. That was before the electricity had went out, girl. So I saw it. I saw it with my own eyes. And then I think Tyla came out, girl. Y'all know I be saving my workouts. And for some reason, even though I saved them to a whole nother folder, they still show up here. I'm gonna have to just start putting my stories in a separate one, girl. That's what I have to do. But Tyla said, y'all make everything weird. I was not asking my girl Haley. We just girls. Shut the F up. I want a VMA. Okay, girl. Like I said, I don't think she wanted Haley to hold it for her. I just think she didn't want to hold it. And I do think she probably wanted Lil Nas X to hold it. So I agree with her. But I also feel like more than you wanting Haley to carry anything for you, it was just the whole energy when she walked up there gave snooty patootie. It gave rude. It wasn't given, you know what I'm saying? Like, not the way, it wasn't given the confidence that we think it is. Like, because she looks very beautiful. Her posture is amazing. But it was literally the way she stopped that girl from walking up there with her. And the way she was like, oh my God, damsel in distress. Like, girl, go do some fucking push-ups. You can't hold that? Go do some push-ups. I'm sad for you. You're not gonna bulk up. Like, but maybe you can hold your own award. Okay. It was very much given. Y'all might be beneath me, girl. That's exactly what it was giving, girl. But anyway, we're gonna move on. We're not gonna stay there too long because we have to go and look at Jennifer Williams, girl. So apparently Jennifer Williams went and got married, and her husband has to go and turn himself in so he can serve his remaining 13 days for violating his probation by going out of town without approval from his PO. I really don't want to hear him talk. I think Jennifer looks beautiful.
Come on, nephew. And guess what? Only you can touch us.
Yeah, somebody else touch her, I might go back. I don't want to do that. No. Ain't doing that. But no, all jokes aside, I know we got 10 minutes left to party, baby. You are beautiful. Let me showcase you. Let me step to the side real quick. Woo!
Do a turnaround. I mean, that's the least you can do.
Can you do it 360? 720. Keep going, keep going, keep going, keep going, keep going. One more time, one more time, one more time, one more time. And I want everybody to say, we love you, Jen, on the count of 3. 1, 2, 3.
We love you, Jen!
And baby, God loves you, but I love you more. DJ, take us out.
He said, baby, God loves you, but I love you more. Is that what he said? He looked crazy. Let me tell you something. Anytime a man tells you that nobody loves you more than me, nobody will ever love you more than me, like things along those lines, you should be nervous. You should be a little scared. You should be a little scared, girl. I would be a little scared if I was you.
I feel like falling in love.
He looked crazy. He looked crazy. She looks pretty. He looked crazy. She looked crazy for even being in this situation, girl. Didn't she pay for everything? I thought I had another video. Let me go quickly. Let me go to Neighborhood Talk. Give me a second, you guys. Can you do me a quick little favor and like my video? Okay, we're back. And here we are. This is beautiful. This girl really went and married this man. She really went and married this man, y'all. I'm Rodney the Voice right now. I mean, if this is what you want for yourself, girl, I can't be upset. Like, I can't be upset for you. But what I'm going to say is that it seems as if you are financially fixed and stable in order for you to make such a huge mistake. I don't know if you got a prenup, but I hope that you got a prenup. But even if you do have a prenup, you could end up like Porsha and Simon, with him trying to contest said prenup so that he does not have to follow the rules of said prenup. Oh yeah, that was my segue. I really don't have anything else to say to Jennifer. We'll just see how it all plays out. Now, with Porsha Williams and Simon Guobadia, things are clearing just a tad bit. Because they still got to go through it, girl. But it's clearing up a tad bit. Let me tell y'all what People Magazine said about it. Are y'all ready? All right, here we go. Porsha Williams was awarded a big victory in her divorce from Simon Guobadia. In the latest ruling in the case, the court granted Williams her request to quash Guobadia's subpoena and request for a videotape deposition of her former True Entertainment, along with a deposition of her employer, True Entertainment, along with a motion for a protective order. A judge also denied Guobadia's emergency motions regarding discovery and awarded Williams attorney's fees and expenses of litigation to be paid by Guobadia. So now he has to pay for all of this back and forth. He had her going to court, filing all of these damn motions and shenanigans and all of that, so that he doesn't have to pay her whatever is in their prenup. Okay. A judge also denied Guobadia's emergency motions regarding discovery and awarded Williams attorney's fees and expenses of litigation to be paid by Guobadia. The filing also pertains to their prenuptial agreement. According to the docs, Guobadia argues that wife's desire to return to reality TV or employment in the future constitutes a non-disclosure of material fact and misrepresentation that renders the prenuptial agreement unenforceable. Basically, he's saying that because she decided to go back to Real Housewives of Atlanta once they were divorcing, because that's literally how it happened the day that she announced she was going back on Real Housewives of Atlanta. I think the exact next day, the story came out about him and his identities and how he's been scamming since the 80s or something like that. And then she filed for divorce right after that. It was in like a few days that she announced that, Porsha Guobadia was coming back to Real Housewives of Atlanta. But by the time things, I guess, were filed, it didn't make a difference. And honestly, she didn't start really working. She signed on, but she didn't start really working until after they were already going through the divorce. So he was trying to not have to pay her as it pertains to the prenuptial agreement based on the fact that she went back to work, which is insane when you think about it. It's insane. You're upset with her for going back to work. You don't want to pay her, even though she stopped working when she was married to you, but she was supposed to keep not working in order for you to give her whatever is due in the prenup. Is that right? Y'all don't think that's weird for a man to not want to pay a woman simply because she wants to go back to work That's crazy. I'm gonna continue to read on. According to the docs, Guabadia, I read that one. Addressing Guabadia's claims that Williams agreed to be a stay-at-home mom and wife during their marriage and forego her own career, the court found them to be invalid. The court did not find merit in his argument, as the court finds that wife has been a reality TV celebrity for years, which was well known to husband at the time of negotiating the prenuptial agreement. And husband, nevertheless, married wife with this knowledge. After starring on Bravo's Real Housewives of Atlanta from seasons 5 to 13, Williams left in September 2021, 4 months after they announced their engagement in May 2021. Earlier this year, it was announced she would be returning for the upcoming 16th season. In the couple's prenuptial agreement, it states its central purpose is to avoid contested and expensive litigation, including the costly and potentially intrusive discovery process if an event of disillusion occurs. So the very reason that they put this prenup together, he still went and fought it. Like it didn't even make any sense to do it. The ruling reads, well, it did because the judge ruled in her favor. But if the judge had ruled in his favor, then the whole prenup would have been pointless. The ruling reads that the court finds it undisputed by both parties that the prenuptial agreement at issue in this case was negotiated by the parties with very competent lawyers over a year length of time and included the exchange of financial disclosures such that the issues of fraud, mistake, misrepresentation, and duress are clearly addressed in multiple provisions of the prenuptial agreement. Essentially, the crux of husband's argument could have been explicitly contained within the four corners of the parties' prenuptial agreement, and it was not. It continued. This is a major victory for Real Housewives of Atlanta star, bringing her to the final step of divorce proceedings. Once the couple's prenuptial agreement is officially upheld by the court, Williams will be awarded her legal expenses by Guabadia and walk away a single woman. Because the documents specify that serving, conducting, or attempting to serve or conduct any discovery whatsoever, either upon toward the other party or upon toward any third party, including written discovery, taking depositions, and issuing subpoenas, violates the prenup. So all of the stuff that Simon has been doing, taking Porsha to court, trying to, basically getting all of her finances and her agreements with True Entertainment put out there in public because it's in the court documents, which are public record, right? So all of that apparently violates the prenup. He violated it, but he's trying to act as if she violated it. Williams contested Guabadia's actions and the court ruled in her favor. Williams first filed for divorce in February after 15 months of marriage. At the time, a source told People the split was due to an ongoing matter. Williams listed their marriage as irretrievably broken. Irretrievably broken. Get your words together. The two began the back and forth filings after disagreeing over the validity of their prenup, the occupancy of their home, and Williams' financial standing, given her recent scripted development deal with NBC Universal, were also points of contention. Sounds like he was mad that she was actually able to go back to work. Why? I don't know. In the midst of a legal battle, the reality TV personality slammed Guabadia for making false statements and allegations that are intentionally representing the reality of the situation. He up here lying. Well, Porsha, we can't feel too bad for you because you actually thought you had gotten a prize with this scamming ass scammer. You really thought that you had done your big one and found love by being a snake and going into someone else's house and taking their ain't shit ass man as if he was going to be different towards you. And now he has been tiring your ass out. But you know what? I'm still glad that this went this way because I did feel like he was just being extra ignorant about it in a way that I don't think she was being towards him. And I can't stand no unfair ass. Okay, like I just can't. It works on my nerves. Don't be so unfair. Like that's so ridiculous. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, we'll see how it all plays out with Porsha and Simon. You know, they should both be blessed. And Porsha should try not to do what Jennifer Williams did and run into another marriage that might, end up with her having to be in and out of court. Because that's why I feel like Jennifer Williams is stupid. Because hold up, let me go back. I feel like Jennifer Williams is stupid because essentially she's putting herself in a situation to end up exactly where Porsha is. down to the courthouse every other day, paying a lawyer to file on your behalf as reactions to a man who's trying to get you for your paper, sticking you for your paper. Girl. And this is why we tell y'all not to marry these men. Just have your relationships with them. Enjoy them. And then when it's over, you don't have to worry about coming out of pocket on lawyers' fees, because men like to use the judicial system against women a lot of the time, especially when it comes to these situations with marriages. If you think Christian's ass is not going to take, you know what I'm saying, a little bit of that girl's money, siphon it to the side for the day that he can go to the lawyers to get a divorce and get half of her earnings for that, you know, for however long they together, and she didn't spend $250,000. She spent $250,000 on this damn wedding. I just can't. I cannot. She looks so pretty. But I feel like she will eventually be in the same situation that Porsha is in. Okay. I forgot, y'all. Of course, Simon had to get on the internet to let us know how upset he is about what has transpired today. Okay. Neighborhood talk, not a win, a stretch. Shaking my damn head. Simon, go ahead. Because Simon said, when is People Magazine going to realize that they are being used as a propaganda machine to propagate lies? Here's an excerpt to the Fulton County judge's order. This matter is headed to the appellate court level, and a major publication like People Magazine is being used to propagate lies. A win is a stretch. Okay, child, he said a win is a stretch. Simon, go ahead. She is a granddaughter of Hosea Williams. Simon, please. What does that mean? That means nothing. If she cared anything about being the granddaughter of Hosea Williams, she would know more about Black history and would not use it to make herself look better. And also, she wouldn't have put herself in a situation with this man because she would have recognized a scammer when she saw one. Hosea Williams is doing flips in his grave. His legacy did not sign up for his granddaughter's behavior in the last 12 years. Ask first husband how he feels. Sir, if she's been so bad in these 12 years, can you explain to us why you wanted to marry her? It's crazy that he will sit there and malign that girl after he was slapping up on her cheek. You was all in between that lady legs and in her, as Funky Dineva would say. But you want to get up here and now act as if she's beneath you. That's the type of that's the type of rat ass shit I can't stand from a man. Like, get the fuck out of my face. You better be safe, Jennifer. So let's move on, y'all. King Harris pranks his followers by insinuating that he got in a fight. So this is the picture. Still got my chain. You should see them. So hold up.
Where I was lying.
I was so fucked up.
I said, nah, you did get beat up. That's pain. You seen the video.
So it was paint. Man, it'd be a real purge in Atlanta if y'all see me like that. Fuck seeing it on Instagram. It was gonna be Fox 5. It was a bet from the cast, from my cast. I was on set. I know that world was so ready to see me with a black eye. You know, I really can't stand a lot of you celebrities that often do messy shit on the internet. Like, King has been a little asshole to people in public on the internet, acting a fool, wanting the validation of the internet as he acts a fool out in public, right? And then people start to assign that same negativity to you, and you get mad about it and then pretend to do something negative and then be like, aha, y'all was so ready to see me. We don't care, King. Baby, we don't care. Baby, we don't care. We barely care about the fact that you got the girl pregnant and you got a baby on the way. I'm happy that you are on a movie set. I would have much preferred for you, and I'm sure he's posted it on his social media, but I don't care, so I don't follow him. But to me, I think that if anything, you should be more so promoting the fact that you are working and acting and doing something that can actually push your career further, besides pretending to be a hoodlum out in Atlanta streets with your daddy's protection preceding you. Because you do a lot of this running your mouth in comments. And the truth of the matter is, you have no idea how your father's image protects you. It protects you. I know you think you out here in these streets and people are, bending to your will because you're just that nigga. No, that's not what's happening. Your dad and your mom put in a lot of work out here in these Atlanta streets, whether legal or illegal, but their reputations precede you. If you were not their child, you would either be in jail trying to protect your manhood, or you would be out in these streets acting a fool and then you still end up in jail. Your parents have done a lot of protecting you, whether it's from the police or somebody is out in the street that really would touch you. So when he's always running his mouth about what it was going to be like if this had really happened to him, sir, I feel like you're calling this energy upon yourself when you get online and do stuff like this. Stop. Chill out, man. Be positive. Be grown. You're doing a movie. That's great. Talk about that. Then his sister, every one of y'all's profiles I went on in these comments, dusty, ugly, old, and burnt the fuck out. Leave my brother alone. Girl, tell your brother leave us alone. What? I do agree. A lot of y'all that talk shit in them comments be looking broke down. That's why I don't comment and say. I do comment. And you could click on my page, but that's never what you gonna see, girl. Ain't nothing broke down or dusty about me. And we could still say that your brother coming to us with the bullshit. So why are you acting like we're coming after him? He's coming to us with the bullshit, girl. I ain't even gonna give it no more time since you feel like that about it. Leave us alone, okay? More Atlanta people. Okay, so y'all been out there talking about Judy and Brad, and I'm gonna tell y'all right now. I knew them people weren't breaking up because first of all, ain't no two rich lesbians that just had a baby breaking up. That doesn't even make any sense. I was just like, them people just had a baby. There ain't no man over there. Them girls ain't going nowhere, and that's how I felt. Okay. Apparently a lot of people were acting as if they're not together. Girl, let's see what they said.
You don't want to tell the people? Girl, people. So sick of hearing all that bullshit. Like, we ain't getting no divorce. We getting a divorce because the baby that we had was a secret lover. That's a man. And so it's me and his baby, but I convinced you to carry it. And then I'm leaving you for him, or you found out I was cheating with him. And so now you trying to sue me for child support and you put me out the house. Bye. We ain't having no motherfucking problems like that. That's the dumbest shit. Like, who would make this stupid shit and why? So the first one I saw was something about True's leg being broken. True. Beautiful. You don't want to tell the people? Who ain't never broke a bone in his body. I know. So that's the first one that I saw. Then after it was the divorce. I don't know who said it first. People get a lot of views and clicks off of it. Well, I had to be. I cheated on her. Then I cheated. And then the one said, I cheated on you for a man and I liked it. And then why I got to collect child support from you? No, but they said I cheated on you with a man and I liked it. And so now I want to be with men. Baby. Like I didn't have 3 children prior to being with you. Baby. You sound like you entertaining it. No, I'm not entertaining it, but why? How the hell? Beautiful. Why it got to be me? Why? You ain't never broke a bone.
Who said that? Somebody said I did hear Judy cheated with a man and now Brad won a divorce. I mean, we all heard the rumors. That's why they're responding. You know, and I guess people are acting like nobody said anything. And like Roxanne said, it ain't on Instagram. It's all over YouTube, though. I definitely would send a video and say, girl, that's not real. That's not real. The people not going nowhere. Okay. Yeah. She has grown kids. I don't think y'all know how old Jessica really is. Jessica, like, what, 40 something years old? Jessica got grown kids. Like, yeah, y'all. People ain't breaking up. Okay. And as far as them responding, I don't see y'all. I'm one of them people. Everybody don't have to do the Beyonce and not respond. Like some of y'all should like not respond all the time. But as a person that often responds to things, because I'm not about to be a dumping ground for your negative emotions or your bullshit or a receptacle for whatever you want to throw out there with my name attached to it or coming at me. Girl, no. If I feel like responding, if I feel like getting some shit off my chest, that's exactly what I'm gonna do. So I don't judge people when they get online to respond to lies about them. I mean, what you want us to do about it? Okay, like what you want to tell them stop talking to us or something like that? Shut up. So let's go ahead and get into the Shannon Sharpe of it all. Now, y'all, I'm not playing this audio on my channel. We don't need to hear it. But what I can tell you is Onk is possibly pretending to clap the cheeks of a woman in order to dispel gay rumors, is what it feels like. However, what I do not understand is everybody acting like men in football don't talk about their sexual escapades all the time on these shows that they do. They talk about fucking all the time. You hear them fucking somebody, and now everybody wants to act like they don't know these people be fucking. That's what I be talking about. Like, maybe if everybody was a little bit more like balanced and realistic about sex, they would not always make stories out of shit that really don't need to be a story. The only thing about this was I was grossed out. And the only reason this became a story is because of what happened with he and Chad prior to that. So I'm gonna play this clip, y'all. This is from 3 days prior to that audio live that I don't know if I believe he accidentally went on live. I don't know. I'm just saying, y'all, I don't really believe that. It takes a lot to accidentally go live. And somebody else had control of his Instagram page and left it up there for that amount of time for us to have to like squint down in our chairs listening to this man talking to this Michelle lady. Okay, talking about that. I don't want to hear that, y'all. That's gross. I was so uncomfortable, girl. I was so uncomfortable, girl. Ugh. Like, and then when my friend told me that that's how old niggas sound when they can't have, they can't really hunch that good. They don't have good dick. So what they do is they pay people to come and pretend like they have good dick, and then they talk, they got to talk through it. You know what I'm saying? As if they have to validate that they doing something they not really doing, right? So they like talking to you like they beating it up, and it's not really being beat up at all. And, you just like, and doing stuff like that. Girl, I don't know what's going on, but it seemed like a little lunchtime freak elite is giving possible prostitution.
His name was Alex. He was really cool dude. And
okay, so this is Chad talking about why he was late to their show. He was late because he had a fan pick him up from the airport and supposedly bring him to his hotel, but the fan got locked out of their car. And so instead of ordering an Uber or a Lyft to make it to where he needed to be on time, Chad decided to wait until this young man's tire got fixed in order for him to, girl.
As soon as he opened the car door and he got out the car door to greet me, the car door locked by accident. So I would have been on time, but the fact that we had to wait for the tow truck and them to bring the Slim Jim was the reason for my delay in getting to the hotel a little late. But I'm here now. Let me
ask you a question. So when you go to ESPN, you have people pick you up from the airport?
Yeah.
No, you don't. When you do inside the NFL, you have people pick you up from the airport?
Yeah, at the beginning, yeah.
No, you don't. So I'm just trying to figure out why with your show would you choose to take that route when you don't take that route for ESPN and inside the NFL?
I wasn't lying. I'm dead serious. When I fly into Philly, I had somebody pick me up from Philly. When I fly into New York, I had somebody pick me up from New York. I'm serious. And
that ain't what they told me. I just talked. Hold on,
listen to me now. It's documented. It's documented.
I'm just telling you.
But all you have to do is just search my tweets. I've been doing it the past 15 years. I always do this.
I'm not saying that.
Yes, sir. Talk to me now.
Ocho.
Right.
He's cheap. He's notoriously cheap. It's how he keeps his money, but he takes it far.
Yeah. Ocho, this is part of your show.
Right.
Why would you be late? Why would you run the risk of being late?
I didn't want to be late. I just told you what happened. I would have been on time. But due to unfortunate circumstances of him locking the keys in his car, which I documented, I was just a little late.
Why don't you, Ocho? Why don't you just have the people that you're working for just have them to book your car service?
I don't like car service.
It's okay.
I don't like how them people they be mean and they be bougie. I don't like, they be in suits and ties and shit. That don't make me comfortable. That don't make me comfortable. What makes me comfortable is like being able to sit down and talk. Wait,
you want to be comfortable or you want to be professional?
No, I don't want to be. No, I want to be comfortable. I want to talk to people that I can relate to.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. I'm just
So you think you can't relate to a man because he's wearing a suit and you're a milk girl? All right. That's stupid.
but see, here's the thing, Ocho. You say you want to be professional, you want to do ESPN, you want to do all these professional things, but you want to take a bootleg ride.
No. I want to remain my authentic self the same way I always been and do those things. Is that okay?
Okay.
No.
Okay. Let me know how that work out for you. Colorado lost to Nebraska.
Okay. So this conversation should have been had off camera, but Shannon wanted to embarrass Chad. When Chad made that comment about being his authentic self, it might have been a jab. It might have not been a jab, but then that video comes out. And
Series Zero, an event that happened today. Obviously, I'm embarrassed. Someone that is extremely, extremely private, and to have one of your most intimate details, the audio heard for the entire world to hear. I'm embarrassed for a number of reasons. People count on Shannon. There are a lot of people that count on Shannon to be professional at all times. And I always try to be professional at all times. Even when I'm behind closed doors, I still try to remain a level of, even when I'm behind closed doors, I still try to remain a level of professional, although I'm in the privacy of my own home. And I'm very disappointed in myself, not for the act. I think there are millions and billions of people of consenting age that engage in activities. But to have Series Zero, an event that happened today, your most intimate detail on the audio to be heard, I'm disappointed in myself. I let her call them. I called my sister. My friends, obviously, my friends reached out. But guys, this was not staged. Came in, I threw my phone, staged. They can hear. I'm like, so now, Ocho, I say ask for patience. He said they can hear. And now I'm starting to get agitated again because you called me and say I'm on IG Live when I know I didn't click myself on IG Live. And he said they can hear me. I said, hear me doing what? He said, it sounds like you were having sex. Man, my heart sank. It dropped.
Beware, my Shannon Sharpe Instagram was hacked this morning. My team and I are working. Okay, so you originally lied about it. Nobody believed that you were hacked because we know how Instagram works.
Series Zero.
And so then, you know what I'm saying? And how would they know? How would they know that you were having sex at that exact moment in order to hack into your phone and make it go live at that exact moment? That would have to be somebody on your team doing that shit. So I'm looking at the situation like, no, it just all felt like a scheme that Tyla set up. And I said it as soon as it happened. I said no, especially once I found out about that shit with Chad. I was like, yeah, nah, it's giving it you were definitely trying to make sure everybody knows you're not, into the guys like that, because I believe that in the sports realm, that's still very important for you to be as straight as a knife, as straight as a sword, right? Apparently Shannon Sharpe did not face any consequences from ESPN. I don't think that he should have faced any consequences from ESPN if this was actually an accident, the way we're all going to pretend that it is. But essentially it's given this was done in order to dispel rumors. And I just want you to know that you can be on camera having sex with a woman and still be off camera somewhere having sex with a man. So that doesn't dispel anything. I don't even really care what you do. So I don't know why, I don't care personally, but I do feel like people in the sports area might care. They might feel a way, and they might be sending him emails and saying shit. So he had to come out and let them know. And that's fine. You know what I'm saying? Whatever you need to do to keep your check rolling in, but just keep us out of it. Okay. Keep us out of it, girl. It was too much for me as far as I'm concerned. What does Stephen A. Smith say?
It's one thing to talk about stuff and be flirtatious and talk about what you gonna do, like he's done on Nightcap and stuff like that when they brought up Megan Thee Stallion and other people. All that's just talk. But in terms of actually hearing and seeing him in action, nah, he ain't about that life. That's not what he wants to do. And so for me personally,
How do you know? How do you know, Stephen? How do you know, Stephen? How do you know? How do you know?
Just looking at people now, I'm like, why y'all tripping? Why everybody acting like, he did something wrong? I'm not saying it was right to get caught on audio, getting it in like that, but because it's none of anybody's business. But if it was an accident, it was an accident. Anybody, any virgins out there, raise your hand. Any folks rolling around celibate out there, raise your hand.
Yeah, this is very funny to me. Whenever y'all are talking about shaming women for sex, I never hear this conversation. It is so funny to me to hear it now in this moment with Stephen A. Smith and his huge fucking head trying to make sure that we all don't think that, Shannon would ever want anybody to know he was having sex. I mean, God, get out of my face. Thank you for becoming a member, Sisters Keeper. I appreciate you. Live Well LA. Thank you for the super chat. 2 things. 1, Simon is typical old Niger husband. Hates to see a woman's success. She probably saw his response to her excitement during negotiations. 2, Unc having intercourse ruined my entire week. I'm telling you, it was something I never needed to hear. It was something I never, ever needed to hear. And that I never need to hear again. And when a longer version was put out, I did not click on it. I did not press go. I did not collect the $200. I let that rock. Now, let's move on because Lil Wayne, girl, where's Lil Wayne? So I was actually pretty annoyed by Lil Wayne. I'm just going to go ahead and tell y'all that I already said in a previous live, I did not like the standpoint of, oh, he's a young black man that y'all are refusing to give an opportunity to. Please do not dog whistle to black people about Lil Wayne, because Lil Wayne has let y'all know several times you can't dog whistle to him about no black shit. He don't know what Black Lives Matter mean. America is not a racist place because he was able to go from being a disenfranchised poor young man, from the crack epidemic era to being a rapper and a millionaire living in Miami behind gates with a harem of women having beautiful children for him. He's not that guy, right? I already explained to y'all that when New Orleans is the place that's picking between Kendrick and Lil Wayne, if Lil Wayne was even on the list, I don't even know if we know Lil Wayne was on the list to be in the running. Okay. But essentially, I told y'all this was very simple business math to me. Wayne already headlines Lil Louisiana Fest in October. 4 months later is the Super Bowl. It makes more sense for Kendrick to headline the Super Bowl than to have Wayne headline a concert in October that goes on for an entire weekend, and then to also headline the Super Bowl. And then you put into play the fact that Lil Wayne does not have a huge stage presence when it comes to performances. He's a great artist. People are always just happy to see him. Like, people are going to pop out, but he's not going to put a lot into his stage performance. Lil Wayne comes on stage, dressed however he wants to be dressed, raps his shit, tells everybody that, if it wasn't for them, he'd be, he wouldn't be shit. We know. And then he gets off stage. It's a good time, but it's not what the Super Bowl requires for a 15-minute halftime show. And I don't know if that's something that he could have really, Either way, I think it was a very, to me, made sense decision. It made sense. Okay. But I know people wanted to be hurt behind it. I felt like a lot of the celebrities were dick riding because it seemed like an opportunity for them more so than being about Wayne. However, Wayne came out and I think further dog whistled to everybody for them to feel that he was slighted in this moment. And I feel like you were not slighted. You just weren't selected. You not being selected doesn't mean that you're being slighted by somebody. And people had to bring out the facts about how Jay-Z paid more money on Lil Wayne than anybody else did, paid his taxes off. You know what I'm saying? Then they were talking about, oh, it's because y'all don't like Drake. Drake has been offered the Super Bowl twice and turned it down. And I bet you he turned it down because you don't make any money and he doesn't need the publicity. He doesn't need it, and he's not American, so he probably doesn't care about American football like that. Lil Wayne loves football. Lil Wayne is the way he's about football is the way Spike Lee is about basketball out there in New York. They're always, involved in it at the games, whatever. Okay. He's always like, you know, talking on the sports podcast and stuff like that. Like that's what Wayne is into. But essentially, that doesn't mean that he should have been the person to perform. And everybody's anger kind of really was weird to me. I'm sorry, it was. But let's go ahead and listen to what he said.
First of all, I want to say forgive me for the delay. The delay on, just the delay. I want to say I had to get strength. I had to get strength enough to do this without breaking. I must say thank you. I must say thank you to everybody.
So you were gonna break and cry about not being able to perform at the Super Bowl, but when I'm gonna leave it alone. But when somebody was asking you about black people being killed, girl, it's crazy. It is crazy where the emotion lies.
Voice, every opinion, all the care, all the love, and the support out there is your words turn into arms, and it held me up when I try to fall back. That hurt a lot. You know what I'm talking about? It hurt a whole lot. I blame myself for not being mentally prepared for a letdown. And for just automatically mentally putting myself in that position like somebody told me that was my position. So I blame myself for that. But I thought that was nothing, I thought that was nothing better than that spot and that stage and that platform in my city. And so it hurt a whole lot. But y'all are fucking amazing. It made me feel like shit not getting this opportunity. And when I felt like shit, you guys reminded me that I ain't shit without y'all. And
he always says that, y'all, just so y'all know. Like that's something that's a saying he says.
That's an amazing reality. So, like I said, it broke me, and I'm just trying to put me back together. But my God, have you all helped me? Thanks to all my peers, my friends, my family, my homies on sports television, everybody repping me. I really appreciate that. I really do. I feel like I let all of y'all down by not getting that opportunity. But I'm working on me, and I'm working. So, thank you. First of all, I want to say
So he even said during all of this slow talking about who, him thinking that he would get that opportunity as if somebody told him that was his opportunity. Like as if somebody even said that was supposed to be his. It's very much entitlement. It's very much giving entitlement. It is, y'all. It is. I mean, in the, I'm trying to pick myself up and put myself back together over the Super Bowl performance that you could possibly still get in later years. I don't know, y'all. I do think that folks must have riled him up. I don't know. And I know he wanted to do it. He talked about wanting to do it, but I don't know if he was even in the running to do it for the way everybody was upset. Either way, I hope that Lil Wayne is healthy. I hope that he's okay. And I hope that if he really wants to do this, that he'll get another opportunity to do it and it'll be a good show. I do hope that. Okay. But at the end of the day, the way you up here crying, acting, it's about to break me. I get it. Like we all want certain opportunities for ourselves as artists, whatever we have that we want for ourselves. It may not be that big to other people, but fuck, I wanted that. I get it. But I just still can't find the fuck to give. Like I just really can't, because I feel like there are so many things that really matter that Wayne don't care about. So to have all of this emotion behind the Super Bowl performance, it's just kind of like, okay, sir. All right. So, you know, so goes the world. He'll be okay, y'all. He will be all right. Let's go ahead and move on. What do I want to do next? Girl, let's go ahead and do the dawn of it all, right? So, y'all know that Dawn Richard is suing Diddy. Okay. And I don't know if I've talked about this on Instagram Live, but I don't think I talked about it to y'all on here. But Dawn is from New Orleans, and Dawn actually has been around my family. So I've been around Dawn before. We don't know each other like that, but I've been in her presence a few times for Mardi Gras. And she's beautiful, but she always seems so sad. I'm gonna just tell you, like, energetically, there is very much a, muted energy about Dawn. So when this comes out, I think, oh, well, yeah, that only makes sense, especially considering her energy. Also, considering all of the surgery she's done to herself, I feel like she did that because people were nitpicking at her, specifically Diddy, and the people from that era of her life picking at her about her nose, her chin, her looks. And so she went and changed it. And even though she's a very beautiful woman, when someone changes their face to the point that they are unrecognizable, which at some point she really was, like I remember being like, that's Dawn. I feel like that's sad. Like even looking at her in this picture, there's a sadness. There's just something on her that I feel like energetically I can see it. Okay? And so when it comes to this Diddy situation, I believe everything that she said. I really do. Okay, hold up. Let me get the original article and I'm gonna read it to y'all. And then we're gonna get into what Kalina had to say. I knew that Kalina, and we talked about this. I talked with the Ooh Ladies First panel about this. I told y'all that nothing was going to come out of Kalina's mouth because Kalina is always under the comments on blog posts, letting everybody know how ignorant, male identified, and how much of a slurper of dick juice she is. Like she does the most a lot of the times. I haven't seen her in comments recently, but like I can remember seeing her in comments saying certain things after a while, being like, damn, I didn't know you were this ignorant since Loving Hip Hop Atlanta. Because y'all remember she was on Loving Hip Hop Atlanta, whole little threesome situation. And her husband that was probably cheating on her and telling her that nobody cared about her music. He's also her manager, right? So he did the same thing to her that I feel like Kirk did to Rashida, as far as capitalizing off these women's artistry and then telling them that it's nothing. Also, these women having their relationships with Diddy lets me know that they are in abusive relationships with men. Diddy is an abusive relationship. Whether those women were having sex with him or not, he's an abusive person to be around. The way he did Lorianne Gibson. That's why they don't want to put Making a Band on television or on any streaming service for y'all to watch, because then y'all will really be able to see how terrible he was to everybody. Like literally a flaming like egomaniac on that show. For those of us that actually remember it, I think that was probably along the time that I really stopped liking him, because I used to like Diddy, but once I saw him on that, I was just like, yeah, nah, I can't fuck with him. He's terrible. So let me read to y'all what they're saying on NPR. Former Danity Kane member Dawn Richard has filed a lawsuit against Sean Diddy Combs, alleging the hip-hop mogul assaulted her, deprived her of food and sleep, and refused to pay her adequately. If anybody knows about him having them people walk to Brooklyn to get some cheesecake, then you would know this is very much along the lines of how Diddy would have people working at an unhealthy level. But there are a lot of like 90s acts that had a very unhealthy obsession with perfectionism as far as their performances were considered. Michael Jackson is one of those people, and Prince is one of those people. A lot of their drug addictions that they died from came from the pain their bodies were in, from how much they would push themselves to rehearse and to constantly be in practice mode. So it is very much like what I think a staple in the entertainment industry was to watch artists push themselves beyond their breaking point so that they can obtain some form of perfectionism. Okay. So with that, all right. So Rashard also says in a lawsuit filed Tuesday in a New York federal court that she witnessed Combs physically abuse his former girlfriend Cassie Ventura on numerous occasions and saw Combs and his associates engaging in illegal drugs and sexual acts with underage girls. Over the decades following his rise to fame, Mr. Combs' star-studded larger-than-life persona overshadowed his vicious temper and pervasive acts of violence directed towards those in his inner circle, specifically women, the complaint says. Rashard became associated with Combs in 2004 after auditioning for season 3 of his MTV reality show Making the Band. Rashard alleges during auditions he called female contestants names, including fat, ugly, and just. Rashard says during the production of the show and in subsequent years, she and her bandmates were forced to rehearse for up to 48 hours with no rest or food. Rashard says she lost a substantial amount of weight and began getting rashes from the microphone pack she wore on her back during filming. In one instance, Rashard was exercising on the beach and vomited. Instead of MTV providing medical assistance, crews filmed the incident according to the complaint. Remember, I told y'all that show was terrible. Rashard says she was diagnosed in 2010 with anemia, a low white blood cell count, and arthralgia. I don't know how that's pronounced, y'all. I'm sorry. Or joint stiffness caused by overuse, sprains, and infections such as rheumatic fever and chickenpox. Mr. Combs is shocked and disappointed by this lawsuit. In an attempt to rewrite history, Dawn Rashard has now manufactured a series of false claims, all in the hopes of trying to get a payday. Conveniently timed to coincide with her album release and press tour, Combs' attorney Erica Wolf said in the statement. Rashard said in the complaint that Combs would often come into her dressing room unannounced. While she was working with the stylist, he would touch her butt and around her breasts to signal where the clothing should fall, according to the lawsuit. Combs also regularly asked her to strip down to her underwear in rehearsals, smack Rashard on the butt, and conducted meetings in only his underwear, the complaint alleges. If Rashard rebuffed Combs' advances, he retaliate by leaving her off of songs and performances, according to the complaint. Danity Kane disbanded in 2009, but Rashard continued working with Combs as a member of the newly formed Diddy Dirty Money, a trio that included her, Combs, and singer-songwriter Kalina Harper. Rashard says she began fearing for her physical safety after she and Harper went to Combs' home in Los Angeles. Combs came into the kitchen and began berating Ventura for not cooking his eggs correctly and proceeded to throw the pan at her and drag her up the stairs, the lawsuit claims. Now, this nigga has millions and millions of dollars. Why is Cassie cooking eggs? Why the fuck is Cassie cooking eggs, y'all? The next day, Combs allegedly bought Rashard and Harper flowers and said what they had witnessed was just a lover's argument where no one was hurt. If you say anything, there will be consequences. And you wonder why. First of all, I'm going to tell y'all that everybody acted like the abuse those girls sustained by Making a Band was okay. Everybody acted like that was the way the industry was, right? So for her to go back to work with him, he probably made it hard for her to get work. So her only option was to continue to work with him. And sometimes people that have been abused feel like they can handle it if it has a greater outcome. And it was supposed to, because Diddy Dirty Money did very well, but I don't think either one of those women actually were able to reap the benefits of it like they were supposed to, because somehow, some way, Sean found a way to fuck them out of their riches. I'm sure of it. Okay. Either way, Ventura filed a lawsuit against Combs in November of last year and settled out of court. Months later, surveillance video appeared to show Combs kicking and dragging Ventura in the hall of a hotel. Ventura alleged Combs paid hotel staff $50,000 to secure footage of the incident. On other occasions, Rashard alleges Combs pulled Ventura out of a van by her neck and pinned her to the ground, punched her in the face in the bathroom of a party, and punched her in the stomach at a dinner in front of several high-profile celebrities, including Interscope Records founder Jimmy Iovine. So do y'all remember when I told y'all I couldn't stand all of those celebrities coming out talking about they had never seen anything like that before? And I told y'all they were all capping? Yeah. They're all capping. Everybody is acting like they didn't know Diddy was this bad. Y'all are all lying because he would do shit in front of people, as we've said over and over again. Okay. The chef said the same shit. Yes. Okay. Even after Mr. Irene watched Mr. Combs commit a violent assault in front of numerous high profile witnesses, the Bad Boy Interscope deal took place and remained in effect because nobody is going to let all of that money go down the drain for women. Providing Mr. Combs with immense financial rewards and enabling him to commit further acts of violence without fear of repercussions, because the more money he makes, the more he's able to get away with these things. It's obvious his money is helping him pay for the lawyers, helping him pay to get rid of footage of what he's doing to people. He can act out anywhere and just pay people off. That's what happens when rich men are abusive. So when everybody is talking that shit about why go back, why do this, why stay around that person, because you're scared that if you rebuff, they're going to respond in another way. And Dawn hasn't been working with Diddy in a long time. And I still feel like there's a level of blackballing that has probably occurred. As you know what I'm saying? Like, you can't do it as much anymore because people have their own social media, but there are a whole bunch of ways that you can make life hard for an entertainer in the entertainment industry if you somebody like Diddy, and everybody knows it. So that's why everybody just turns their head and acts like they don't see it. And some of them, i.e. Usher, are also some of his victims, if you ask me. Which tells me you've already trained these people to look the other way. Anytime he was doing shit in front of them, they either also do it or they've seen him do it before. So they've been trained to just look the other way. Okay. Interscope, Geffen girl, A&M Records is named as a defendant in the suit. Richard and Harper both tried to encourage Ventura to leave Combs and were allegedly met with a litany of threats from him, such as, "You want to die today?" and "I end people." According to the complaint, Richard also saw the late Kim Porter, Combs' former girlfriend and the mother of several of his children, leaving a recording studio crying with face injuries. In December 2010, Diddy Dirty Money was preparing for a performance on Saturday Night Live. Combs called Richard wanting to know her whereabouts. When she and Harper arrived at the studio, he repeatedly chided the women and called them names, drawing the attention of people in the lobby, according to the complaint. Richard allegedly asked Combs to stop, and he drew a fist as if he were going to punch her. That shit, oh, they love to do that to you, boy. Combs' bodyguard stepped in and escorted Richard out of the studio into a car, because sometimes they'll be trying to help, but they can only do so much. Harper went after her, and the two were locked in the car for several hours. Richard had her phone with her and called her father. He arrived in New York from Baltimore a few hours later and threatened to call the police on Combs, who allegedly told him to think about your family and think about your daughter's career. The complaint says. After the SNL performance, Combs allegedly told Richard, "You don't call your dad unless you're in the hospital." After Danity Kane broke up, Richard's songs were still being recorded by other artists on Combs' Bad Boy Records. Richard was promised royalties and license fees, which she never received, she alleges. Diddy Dirty Money found success with millions of single sales. Richard estimates she is owed about $1.2 million in unpaid wages and royalties, more than $350,000 for U.S. tour performances, and at least $1.5 million for her promotion of Ciroc, vodka brand Combs partnered with in 2007. Now, we didn't already told y'all how he over there having Carisha doing advertisement for him and then taking her shopping, acting like he's spending all of this money on her. Is she getting paid for promoting your liquor, though, is the question. Y'all know he don't have that liquor anymore, but I wonder if she was getting paid. So Richard also alleges she was not paid for her involvement in a planned reboot for Making the Band in 2020, in which she was to appear as a judge. The show was in limbo due to the coronavirus pandemic. And so she was going to work with him again. If Miss Richard has such a negative experience with Making the Band and Danity Kane, she would not have chosen to continue working with Mr. Combs. I don't know about that. To me, everything says if he calls, you come. Because if you don't come when he called, you could possibly end up with some other bad thing happening to you, y'all. I don't think that people wanted to work with him as much as they weren't really given a choice, because it is good for him when these people come back. I don't know if y'all remember, but he did a Netflix documentary, and he had a lot of people coming back pretending that they were cool with him for the moment for that documentary. I think that was before Kim Porter died. And I remember watching it like she looks like somebody locked her in the house and only let her outside for this. Like, I remember saying that back then. So just because these people came back and worked with him does not mean that they were good with him. That doesn't mean that. Like, Mace came back and did that documentary. Y'all know Mace don't fuck with him. Let me see what else. She added, it's unfortunate that Miss Richard has cast their 20-year friendship aside to try and get money from him. But Mr. Combs is confidently standing on truth and looks forward to proving that in court. Richard is asking for a jury trial, compensatory damages. Sometimes you just can't get your mouth right, such as lost wages, royalties, publishing and touring, compensation for severe emotional stress, civil penalties, punitive damages, and attorney's fees. I hope she gets every dime, and I believe her, and I don't care what Diddy is talking about. I don't care what anybody's talking about. It's definitely giving brainwashing and grooming. Okay, that documentary might still be on Netflix. It was like the Bad Boy, comeback tour. Remember they had that? And that was another thing, y'all. Y'all remember when he had that comeback tour going on for a little while? Like, a lot of the people that Diddy has been in business with have either been blackballed or have not been able to get any of their money from working with him. So when he comes back offering another opportunity and saying he's going to do right by them, understand, for narcissistic abusive personalities, the main ingredient is to hurt people and then give them gifts later. So their mind becomes automatically predisposed to expect, yeah, you did something bad, but you're going to give me something on the other side of this that might pay for it or make it worth it. And then you realize that they're never actually giving you what you're owed. They're actually probably lying to you about how much money you should be making, withholding from you, stealing from you. But in your mind, the abuse feels like they hurt me, and so they're going to come and try to fix it later. And sometimes fixing it later comes in the form of an opportunity to make money, because I'm already stealing from you. So, you know what I'm saying? So I'm just saying, y'all, in my own personal experience, the cycle is this person hurts me. They do something so egregious, and I want to stay mad at them, but I can't, because for one, if I respond angrily to them, they're going to do something else to hurt me. That's the first thing. And then second of all, you become used to waiting for them to come in and fix it. And that cycle just repeats over and over and over again. They hurt you, they come in and do something that helps make it a little bit better, and then they hurt you again. And so you have that cycle going on and on and on and on. Is what it is. I very much understand it. So I could definitely see people coming back to work with him, especially because the industry, like Young Miami said, like Carisha said, the industry was very much still celebrating Diddy. It was still pushing him to the forefront as someone to be honored and respected and upheld. And y'all were still doing that up until that video came out. For a lot of us, we already knew what was going on because we've all heard it for years now, and everybody's just been ignoring it. Okay, we've all heard these stories about Diddy with and honestly forcing himself on people. Not just that, oh, he's secretly gay. No. We've heard for years about him forcing himself on people. Okay, so let's go ahead and move on to what Kalina said. So at the end of the day, y'all, even though I really want to be mad at Kalina, I know that deep down inside, Kalina is probably somebody that's been abused so much in her life that the brainwashing is so deeply rooted. Her fear of him is probably greater than her anger. Her fear of retribution, because what happens, and I'll tell y'all this from like when you have an abusive parent and they have kids in the house, the kids will do one or two things. They will either try to be perfect so that they don't upset the abusive parent, or they will become rebellious because they're angry about it, right? And so you got to understand that when somebody like Dawn or Cassie or anybody rebels and they come out and put it out there what's happened, there are so many other people who saw it, who witnessed it, that are going to come out and dispel what those people said out of fear of retribution, out of fear of Diddy coming back to them with something else, especially if they're still in cahoots in some type of way. relying on him for money or anything like that. So this is what Kalina said, y'all. And like I told y'all, I wasn't expecting much out of Kalina because I've already seen how she talks on the internet. Okay. I acknowledge the recent lawsuit filed by Dawn Richard, in which my name has been mentioned 33 times. While I fully respect Dawn's right to recount her experiences, I want to emphasize that her account reflects her personal perspective and should not be interpreted as a universal truth applicable to everyone involved. So did you get locked in a car with her, or did you not get locked in a car with her for 2 hours? Did you see Diddy punch Cassie in the face, or did you not see Diddy punch Cassie in the face? For you to say that her truth is not universal, you are calling her a liar. It's important to understand that while I was present in some of the same professional settings mentioned, many of the allegations and incidents described in this suit are not representative of my experiences, and some do not align with my own truth. Okay, so when she gives the example of y'all seeing him beat her for the eggs not being right, what's your perception of that? What are you going to tell us? Like they got in like a little play fight? Is that what you're going to tell us? Tony and I, so you still with Tony. Tony and I have always conducted ourselves with the highest level of professionalism and integrity. Girl, that's not what Love and Hip Hop Atlanta said. We were not involved in, nor were we aware of any behavior that could be considered abusive or unlawful. You're a dog ass lie. You're a dog ass lie. As this matter is now part of an ongoing legal process, I will refrain from discussing any specific details further. My focus continues to be on my family, my music, and my work. Oh, you mean when your husband told you that don't nobody care about your music, you're still doing that? Okay. Yeah, which I will pursue with the same dedication and positivity have always guided me. I trust that the legal system will handle this case with the fairness and thoroughness it requires, and I support any process that seeks to uncover the truth. How do you seek to uncover the truth, but then also saying that these are lies about Diddy, even though we have video evidence and several people corroborating the same chain of events? Several people, y'all. Several people from different times. I'm just saying. The chef that was suing, her story corroborated with oh boy, who y'all don't believe, which corroborated with Cassie's story. Dawn, like everybody has a little piece of the truth from their experience of Diddy. And we now have a handful of people, more than a handful of people. They got like 7 lawsuits right now, something like that, 8, something like that. It's a lot of lawsuits, girl. All of those people are just trying to get money off this man. Can you please explain to me why they weren't doing that to him prior? It's because Cassie's video is all it took. Somebody being in the lawsuit, her lawsuit and the video. Cassie being the one that was brave enough to say exactly what was going on, for that to actually be put out there the way it was, that is what made everybody else feel safe enough to now fight back. I bet you there are a lot of them that have always wanted to say something, but felt like nobody would back them up, because people like Kalina will come out and have their lawyer write paragraphs about how it's all a lie. Again, yes, Diddy did whatever them people said he did. And Kalina, girl, you should have just sat there and ate your fucking food. So we're going to take a quick little break, and we're going to come back for the last topic, which is Ray J and prank. All right. So Ray J. Y'all, Ray J posted this. Another live you know, somebody recording or somebody like I think this was a live. It is live bites. So he went live so that we can hear the aftermath of what seems to be a disagreement between he and Princess. And just for everybody's acknowledgement, when I say Prink or Prinky, it is because that is Ray J's nickname for her. When he got a billboard for Scooty bikes and then tried to present it to her as if it was a gift for something he had done to her, and he called her Prink. I've been calling her Prink ever since then. Okay, just so we're clear, because everybody likes to be, well, who's Prink? Bitch, you can't surmise that Princess is Prinky. Okay.
No, I love your mom. Your mom loves me as I just want to keep it documented that nothing is happening and that we both respect each other and love each other. This was just a pretend thing, okay?
So was it a pretend thing or was it a real argument? Why are you online lying to your kids, gaslighting them about what they just saw, what they just experienced? And I'm going to tell y'all what I think is really going on. And I've been saying it for a while. I think I might have mentioned it, not this last time I was on Tasha's channel, but the time before that, I think I was talking about this. I think Ray J uses taking that little boy as a way to punish Princess. And when you hear the little girl crying about you taking my brother, I think it's because every time they get into it, he takes the little boy.
We just had an argument, okay? I don't want it to get out of hand, and I wanted to make sure it's recorded and seen so we're all super safe. Just because somebody...
It ain't nothing like an abusive, narcissistic ass man trying to get evidence to prove that he didn't do exactly what the fuck he just did. Okay.
As a disagreement doesn't mean anything, you know? Calling the police over a disagreement is loud, and I'm not with that.
So who are you trying to convince not to call the police? The children or Princess? Did Princess call the police? Did you do something for her to call the police? Because it sounds like you're trying to downplay whatever happened to the public who you know is listening, and also in front of your children who may have witnessed the truth of the matter.
Okay.
So fucked up.
I love you. Your mom loves you. Did you check on your mom? Go check on her one more time. Tell her you're going with Dada. Go do it one more time and tell her you're going with Dada. You have to one more time so she knows you're going with me, okay? That's the right thing to do. Huh?
That's the right thing to do.
We're just going. Loves me. No, I love your mom. Your mom loves me as... I just want to keep it documented that nothing is happening. And
so did y'all hear when she was like, my brother, my brother? I think that's a part that they cut off. Let me go to the other one.
I just want to make sure are you good? Loves me? No, I love your mom. Your mom loves me as... I just want to keep it documented that everything's fine. It was just pretend, okay, baby? Everything's fine. I want Epic to just tell Mama that he's going with me so Mama knows what's going on. Okay? And don't, it's not like that, baby. I love you. I love you. I know I love you. Come here.
I love my brother.
My baby.
I love my brother.
And I love you, okay? And he loves you, okay?
Y'all think that she wants him to stay because she wants mommy and daddy to be together. No, she wants Ray J to, the little girl is saying stay, and she's saying, I love my brother because he's been taking the son. And I think that he, you know, kind of, well, you have the little girl and I'm gonna have my son. So if I'm angry with you, I'm gonna take the son. I told y'all I felt like he had been using their son against her. I said it a long time ago.
Did you say sorry to Dada because she's supposed to cry?
I'm sorry. Tell your mom I'm so sorry for whatever is going on.
Make her happy. Come upstairs.
How do I make your mom happy?
Come make her happy.
Give her a hug.
She's not, do you think she's gonna take my hug? Oh, ask your mom, will she take that as a...
Do you hear the way? Do y'all hear the way he is sending those children in to talk to the mother? Like, y'all, that's not cool. That's so not cool that he's putting them in this. That is not okay. And the reason why is so fucked up is because he doesn't even realize that what he's doing is fucked up by bringing the children in it.
Go ask her. No, you have to go ask her. I don't want to be in danger. Everything's fine. It was just pretend, okay, baby?
Do y'all hear this?
Everything. Go ask your mom real quick, okay? Hey, baby boy. She said leave who alone? She told you to leave her alone? Did she give you a hug? It's okay. She's just mad. She's still a great mom, okay? She loves you. I love
That is crazy. That is so crazy. It sounds like Prink is somewhere crying and trying to not show her kids, and he's sending the kids up there to her so that the kids can talk to her for him and making her look bad by her saying, no, leave me alone. Like, y'all, that's really fucked up.
Love you.
You can to go with us.
I don't know if I think wants to go with us.
Can you go now?
I'll stay here. I just don't want somebody to call the police on me for me not doing nothing. Like we're just having a conversation. Huh, baby?
Mama wants to take your hug.
Huh?
She wants to take your hug.
She wants to take my hug? Okay. Then everything's okay?
Yeah.
All right, cool.
So he needed his toddler to go and talk to his wife for him so that he can hear that it's okay for him to go up there and hug her. I know a lot of people want to blame Princess, and you can blame Princess because Princess is one of those, you know, I think I'm so beautiful. When I get with these men, I'm holding them over your head. We will never forget the way she played a part in embarrassing Tiara Marie behind this man. And it's so funny how you basically end up being, I feel like, tortured in this relationship with this man. Like, it's crazy. To me, Tiara Marie might have been embarrassed back then, but I hope she realizes how not dealing with Ray J long term like this is probably the best thing for you. The thing about it is, the very thing y'all love about these men is the very shit they will use against you. Okay, y'all enjoy all of that toxicity, Ray J and her fighting and fucking. Girl, when y'all came down here to New Orleans and he, you know what I'm saying, he had you arrested when y'all got into it. It's been so many times that Ray J has antagonized fights with Princess and then kind of left her to deal with the damages that have been caused. There are times that Ray J has completely lost his shit. The way Ray J has been online with this Lemuel situation, like the face tattoos, he's always performing degeneracy, but that's actually who he is. So the way he moves in his relationship as a man with money, please understand that girl is being abused. I don't really like Princess from the shit that I've seen of her either, but that doesn't mean that he's not abusing her financially, mentally, and emotionally in the confines of their relationship. As much as those children, I'm sure, are a blessing and beautiful, the biggest mistake she made was having children by him, because he's going to forever use those children to control her. He's been doing that. As soon as she got pregnant, he's been using them kids to control that lady. The last time they was on Love and Hip Hop Miami that was maybe 3 seasons ago, and he was slut shaming her because he's been cheating on her the whole marriage. They finally break up. She starts dating somebody and he starts slut shaming her, talking about she's a bad mom and all of that in front of everybody. In front of everybody on national television. He does it in front of the kids, the way he talked to her. A lot of y'all thought that y'all thought it was funny. Y'all thought it was funny, but I'm telling y'all, Ray J is the worst. And there's so many of y'all that think he's not, because y'all have seen him out in public acting nice to strangers. The worst men will treat strangers like gold because they know what they do behind closed doors needs cleaning up. What they do behind closed doors needs cleaning up. So when Ray J sees y'all out in public and he's this nice guy and all of that, it's because he knows y'all are watching. He knows the public is watching. And as long as he can have the public believing that he's Brandy's little brother that don't mean no harm and he's just so funny, then he'll be able to be terrorizing that girl and them children behind closed doors and being validated in doing so. Ray J's crazy. And isn't he a Capricorn? Just like Martell, just like Tyrese? I'm telling y'all, it is something so diabolical about somebody that presents themselves a certain way in public and behind closed doors. They is tearing they fucking family to shreds on a daily basis by just being a straight up asshole. Hey, DeQuasia, thank you for the super chat, boo. Shannon has been on Egg Live before. I remember him doing one in 2020 to talk about NFL trade during the lockdown. So to say that he doesn't know how to access Egg Live is cap. Yeah, them trying to act like he an old man that don't know how to work social media. Yeah, no, you an old man that's barely working that dick. That's what it's giving. Ebony, thank you for the super chat. I'm from New Orleans, and I don't think Wayne should be on no Super Bowl stage. I'd rather see Big Frida. Come on, Ebony, thank you, because you know they be trying to fight. They be trying to fight you when you don't agree with them, okay? KSJ, thank you for becoming a member. I appreciate you. Courtney Fulton, thank you for the super chat. It's giving Martell hope. And you will be right, Courtney. You will be right. Well, y'all, with that being said, that's all I got for y'all right now. I hope y'all enjoyed this live. I had to come to y'all with something after everything. I would definitely try to get to y'all next week. I still have to give y'all love and hip hop from this week, right? I might try to come and do that members only tomorrow on Sunday. You know what I'm saying? But I need to get off of here, girl, because I've been up here an hour and a half and I need to go and do some housework because girl, don't nobody want to do nothing when the electricity out. You don't feel like doing nothing. Like I might sweat. I gotta keep still. So now that it's beautiful, the air conditioning is back on, the electricity is back on, girl. We're gonna get into some of this housework. All right. Y'all have a good rest of y'all day. I love y'all. 2,000 people in the live the whole time. Please keep coming back. Okay. Please keep coming back. I love y'all. And I'll see y'all in the next one. Peace out.